Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Where the Road Rises with me, your host, Eileen Kerlin Walsh. On my last show with you, I talked about the need to get your healthcare documents in place before major surgery. And I shared with you that I was embarking on a scary but exciting major surgery myself. That in April, I was donating one of my kidneys. Just to reiterate, fall of last year, I had celebrated a big milestone birthday. And as I reflected on my life, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for all my blessings. My wonderful life had not been handed to me on a plate. I worked hard and overcame many obstacles, but everything had worked out magnificently. Then, just 1 month later, I read a newspaper article about a woman who desperately needed a kidney transplant. She had been searching for a donor for 7 years. She had 4 children, similar ages to mine, and had the same blood type I had. She said, "I know my miracle is out there." And I thought, I can be your miracle. So I picked up the phone. 6 short months later, we were preparing for surgery. I was nervous, of course, but I was also at peace. I truly believed this opportunity had been placed in front of me for a good reason, and I was in God's hands. And because I spend my days helping families prepare for life's uncertainties, I made sure that all of my own planning was in place before surgery. That included my legal documents, powers of attorney, and healthcare directives, and my legacy letter. I had written the story of my life and what it has meant for my boys. They have whatever wisdom I have to impart, lest I not be there for all the big occasions in their lives. And that brings me to something I want to encourage all of you to think about. If you're planning for surgery, facing a health challenge, traveling, retiring, maybe moving through any new season of life, please make sure your wishes are in writing. Having a plan is one of the greatest gifts you can give the people you love. It provides clear instructions during times that can for them otherwise feel overwhelming. Every plan should reflect the unique life behind it. And no legal plan is complete without the warmth of your words in your legacy letter for those coming after you. I'm happy to share that our transplant surgery went beautifully. I had a textbook recovery, and my recipient was able to return home shortly after surgery with a healthy, functioning kidney. After 7 years of dialysis, she was finally on the road to restored health. 'Tis said that you cannot give without receiving, and this experience was no exception. The experience rendered many gifts for me, but I'll tell you about just a couple. I had started writing a book as a tribute to my mother after she died in 2021, to honor her. I wrote about our pilgrimages together all over the world, seeking the miraculous, the divine, on sacred ground, deepening our faith. I had been upset with myself for not finishing that book, but a good friend once said to me, "You'll finish it when the time is right." And then it all fell into place for me, that now the time was right. A pilgrimage is an instinctual quest for intimacy with God. It requires detachment, leaving behind for a while the routine of daily life, of moving from a world of noise and knowing to a world of silence and seeking. It's about the search for meaning, getting closer to the source of one's faith and opening oneself up to the experience, even if uncomfortable or challenging. It's a path that invites sacrifice, reflection, and growth. I've often questioned whether I could live up to my mother's saint-like goodness. I would never have believed myself capable of her selflessness. Yet here I was doing it, clearing the bar, making the ultimate pilgrimage in honor of my mother. What urged me to make the call when I read Christine's story was her search for a miracle. So my pilgrimage with my recipient became this worthy conclusion to pilgrimages with my mother. and I took the time in recovery to finish my book. The second gift of note from this experience was the sea of love washed over me. It surpassed anything I could possibly have imagined. Cards, gifts, books, flowers, care packages, mass cards, prayers, meals, fruit, baked goods. The list was endless, arriving daily in ever-increasing circles from all over the world. And so many kind words. I'm saving them for succor for the rest of my life. This experience has reminded me that while giving is powerful, receiving can be just as transformative. It reminded me that community matters, family matters, kindness matters, and being prepared matters. Thank you for letting me share this journey with you. I hope it encourages you to reflect on your blessings, the ways you can give, and the importance of making sure your own wishes are clearly expressed for the people you love. If you have an inclination to become a living donor, please contact me. We have someone right here in our own community in Palos Heights who desperately needs a liver transplant. I will be honest with you about the risks and rewards of such an incredible journey. Until next time on Where the Road Rises, take care of yourselves and each other. Goodbye.